Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing viral hair care. So this is mostly TikTok viral stuff, but I feel like I've definitely seen it in other places too. Just really popular, hyped up things basically. I feel like a lot of the times there's a reason things go viral and it ends up working for a lot of people. So I was really excited to try these out. And we're going to start out with probably the most popular item I have here. This is the Lush Super Milk and it's a leave-in conditioner for pretty much all hair types. That's what it's marketed as. I guess it is called a conditioning hair primer, but I mean, it's a leave-in conditioner. And you know, Lush, they have pretty good ingredients in here. And the thing that made this go so viral, I feel like, is the scent. It really does smell incredible, you guys. It's like kind of gourmand, but not too overly sweet. It has kind of like a slight custardy scent. And then there's like this spiciness to it, kind of, I don't know if I'd say cinnamon, but kind of like a chai spice maybe, which I guess would have cinnamon, but it's not too much. And like I said, it's not too sweet. It's just perfection. Like even if you don't generally go for sweet scents, I don't know if there's anyone that could really dislike this. It smells so good. Like I said, it's just a leave-in conditioner that's pretty lightweight. Obviously, if your hair is more fine, you don't want to use too much of a moisturizing product like this, but it's light enough that you can just spray a little bit in and you're good to go. And it really doesn't take much for the scent with this, because I'm telling you, I've never used a hair product probably in my life where the scent sticks around this long. Like I could be 5 days later after I washed my hair and used this on damp hair, and I could still get like little whiffs of it because it just stays in your hair. But when you initially put it in, it's not like it's an overpowering scent. I feel like it's the perfect amount, and it doesn't smell too strong or anything like that, but it smells delicious. So I totally get the hype surrounding this, because not only does it smell amazing and last forever, but it is really nice and moisturizing, and it does a really good job at being a leave-in conditioner, but it also would work for most hair types because it's more lightweight. It's not like a thick cream or anything. And you guys know how I feel about spray leave-in conditioners that like squirt out. This one does not. It like sprays a nice even amount, kind of similar to the Rizzo's Curls one in texture, I would say. Maybe even a little bit lighter than that, but it's pretty similar. And like I said, 5 times, I think most people could use it. So this one, I can't deny how amazing it is. Like I totally understand why it got the hype that it got. So I will say I didn't plan to do a bunch of product application in this video because it is a lot of work and takes a lot of time. You kind of have to work on a video for a few weeks in order to do that. Although in the past, I have done things like that in my hair videos and I do really like to. But what I'm thinking is maybe I'll do shorts applying each of these products, like separate shorts where I show you guys how I use it and style my hair and everything like that. So over the next few weeks, you guys can see all of them in action. But it's not something where I have to work a whole month on a video, if that makes sense. So for sure, let me know if you guys want me to do that in the comments. I can give you a description and review, but there is something about seeing the product in action that I totally get why people like that. Next, we have another product that I feel like could be used whether you're heat styling or styling naturally curly wavy hair. I feel like you can do that with the Lush Super Milk, but this is even more lightweight, so I feel like it's kind of hard to mess up. It does leave a pretty slick feeling to the hair, so keep that in mind and don't overuse this either, but it is the Eva NYC Main Magic 10-in-1 Primer. This was super popular a little bit longer ago. I feel like it's been talked about and hyped for a couple years now. This is a thin kind of watery product, and it says it strengthens, it's a heat protector, and it reduces frizz. So I do feel like it does all of those things. It definitely has a very silky feeling, and it's great for detangling. I think it's kind of similar to the Kristen S leave-in conditioner, but with added heat protection, and it is even a little bit more slippery or silky in texture than that one. For instance, I feel like you can't really overdo it with the Kristen S leave-in. I can spray so much of that, and I will also use that one on dry hair too because it's so lightweight. But this one, I think you could overdo it with if you do too much, and it could kind of give that slightly greasy feeling to the hair. So keep that in mind. I don't think it's super heavy or anything. It's just because it has that very silky feeling. You don't want to overdo it with this either. But I love that it's very versatile. I mean, it's called the 10-in-1 primer. It is kind of like a primer for your hair when you're styling it. Like it would be the first product you would put on most of the time, whether you're heat styling or styling it natural. I probably won't personally use this when I'm styling my hair natural, just because I have other products I like more for that. But if I want a quick spray that's going to give me heat protection and also leave my hair feeling soft and help me be able to detangle really easily, I used it today when I straightened my hair. I haven't had my hair this straight in so long. It's like pin straight right now, and it's so long. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my hair has grown like crazy, so I felt like straightening it today, and I do like it, but it's really getting in the way at this point. Anyways, it would be a great quick product. I also have another one here that I'll talk about, but this is very quick and easy, and you just spray it in and it's very lightweight. I think even if you have naturally wavy hair, but it's very fine, you might really like this for like smoothing everything out as like a priming type of product, and then putting in like your gel or whatever. So I do think it is very versatile, like it says. I forgot to say the prices. I'm gonna put them on the screen with each product when I edit, but the Lush Super Milk is 20 something. I can't remember the exact price. Again, it will have been on the screen already. And then the Eva NYC is around $15 or so. It's definitely a little more pricey for drugstore, even though you can find it at like Target, and I got mine at Meijer, but it's a little bit more on the pricey side for drugstore, but it is more affordable than the other heat protectant, heat styling product I have to talk about. Now we're gonna talk about a curly girl product. So this is very specific to curly wavy hair, and it's the Kinky Curly Original Curling Custard. When this was going really viral, I went to the store multiple times and I could never find this in stock. It was so hard to get your hands on. So I waited a while, let things die down, and then I picked it up recently, also at Meijer. I do a lot of my shopping there, so I found this there. And they have a lot of really great brands there that are not necessarily high end, but like things they have at Ulta, if that makes sense. So it's very versatile selection. But anyways, this is called a custard, but it really is a gel, like a thicker gel. You could put this in a squeezy tube, honestly. It's not so thick that you couldn't get it out that way, but I don't mind the tub. You get 8 ounces of product in here, which isn't bad, and I think it's around $12 or so. Not overly cheap, but also not as expensive as the Eva NYC, so I think it's a good price. It's medium to strong hold, kind of like very similar in hold, and even in the results I get at the end to my Curlsmith jelly. Obviously, this is a thicker product, it's a different texture, all of that, but I feel like the hold is similar. So I can totally see myself continuing to use this and repurchasing it because it's like less than half of the price of my Curlsmith gel, which I really love. But this basically does the same thing for my hair, which is pretty wild because you guys know how I feel about the Curlsmith Flexi Jelly. That has been my favorite gel for the longest time, and I still love it. And I'm telling you, I will repurchase it because I have to have that gel. It's just the best. This has not replaced that for me, at least not yet. But it gives me very similar results, and it is a lot cheaper. So I totally understand why this went so viral. I will say I prefer the lighter texture of the Curlsmith jelly. But this isn't like heavy. It's just a thicker gel without being insanely strong hold where you have like frozen feel to your hair when you use it, if that makes sense. But it still gives you a really nice cast. This one I haven't used as much as some of these other products, but I've really been enjoying it, and I don't have anything bad to say about it yet. I do feel like sometimes using a product for a few weeks, a few months, I can notice more things. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated if anything changes, but I have been using these. I've tried them all out, and I've honestly been liking them all. So spoiler alert there, I don't really have any misses for me personally, even though these are going to be different for different people's hair. Like, I'm not recommending this to somebody with straight hair, obviously. So it's going to be a personal thing. But for me, since I heat style my hair and I have naturally wavy hair, these all worked really well for me at this point so far. So I'll go ahead and get the suspense out of the way with that. I only have 2 more products left to talk about anyways. The next one is the JVN Complete Blowout Styling Milk. So this is the other heat styling product that I use. This does have heat protectant, and it is like a lightweight cream. I don't know if I'd really call it a milk. It's not that it's a thick cream. It is a very light cream. It's thinner, I would say, than the JVN Air Dry Cream, but not by too much. So I still feel like it could be classified as a cream. It's right in the middle there. It's like a hybrid. So anyways, enough on the texture. This is the product I've probably been using for the longest. I've had it for a bit now, and I've used it for a lot of my heat styling sessions, and I've really enjoyed it. I feel like it's such a good all-in-one lightweight cream, so it's not too heavy if you have more fine hair or your hair doesn't do well with super heavy products. Personally, for me, I don't like heavy products when I'm heat styling. I don't want like a sticky feeling to my hair or like the feeling that it's too producty. I want my hair to feel lightweight but still smoothed, and I want that heat protection without having to do multiple steps. So that's why I really like this cream, and the quality of JVN is so good. Like, their products are really top notch, so I can't recommend them enough. Just as a brand in general, everything I've tried from that line I love, so another win for me. I really like this. Again, I think it's going to be a personal thing. If you have very, very fine hair, I'd say maybe go for the Eva NYC one. This is going to be really great if you have a little bit more texture to your hair, and if you have naturally wavy curly hair, I think this is a really good blowout cream because it's just an easy staple. You guys know for a bit there I was really looking for the perfect blowout cream, the perfect cream that would be heat protecting and moisturizing in one but not be too heavy, and this I feel like is that for me. So honestly, this is probably going to be my most used, but I can see myself, like I said, using the Eva NYC for like those quick days, or even just to use as a detangler for my hair when it's wet, because I really like how that detangles. Okay, last product. This one I wouldn't say has been super viral yet, but I feel like it's gonna go viral because even though I hadn't heard anyone mention this before I got it in PR like about a month ago, I have since then seen a couple people mention this. So I feel like it's gaining some traction. I did not know that Loccitane had a dry shampoo, much less an aerosol-free dry shampoo, which I was pleasantly surprised by. And I've been looking for an aerosol-free dry shampoo. You guys know how much I've loved the Living Proof one for a while now, but I do have some feelings on aerosol, and I've been trying to use it less. So when they sent this over, I was really excited. I used it like once or twice and I was sold. I took it on my vacation with me a few weeks ago and I haven't stopped using it. I haven't even been reaching for my Living Proof one because this is so, so good. So let me explain, because it's very different. I feel like a lot of non-aerosol dry shampoos are either a powder, or if they are like more of a mist like this, they just don't work very well. This is called, if I didn't already say, the Purifying Dry Shampoo Mist. This does leave your hair kind of feeling wet when you spray it on. It's literally like a mist. So that's something to keep in mind if you have curly hair. I would say it's worth it to go over at the end with a straightener and just touch up your roots, because that's how good this is. But if it's something where you don't have the time, keep that in mind before you go ahead and use this, because it does have leave your hair a little bit damp at the roots. I would say it dries quickly. It doesn't stay wet. You want to kind of hold it about that far from your head, not too close, but not so far that it's just misting everywhere. You want it to go on your roots so that it can soak up those oils. Another disclaimer, this does have a pretty strong, fresh, clean scent to it when you apply it. It's not nauseating to me because it's almost a little bit of an aquatic citrus type scent. It's not soapy laundry. So because of that, for me, it doesn't make me nauseous, but it is a little bit strong when you're applying it. So just something to keep in mind if you're very sensitive to scents. There is fragrance in here, but other than the fragrance, the ingredients in here are actually really good. I do really appreciate that the scent doesn't stick around super long. You kind of just have to weigh that for yourself. But my favorite thing about this really is the fact that it does not leave any nasty texture at my roots, but yet the oil is soaked up and it gives you a nice, fluffy, voluminous feeling. But it doesn't leave this nasty, sticky texture to your hair, and it doesn't give me white flakes the way that I sometimes get with an aerosol dry shampoo. Not that I get that really bad with the Living Proof one, but I do sometimes a little bit, because I feel like in the last few months especially, I've been having some dandruff issues. I've really been working on that, and it has been better the last few weeks, which I think is helped a lot by the fact that we now have soft water, which it makes a huge difference. But I do think it's been better for multiple different reasons, and I do notice that it's better when I use this versus my Living Proof dry shampoo. So you literally can't tell that I put something in my hair. It feels clean, It looks clean. It really is amazing. It doesn't leave any kind of white cast either. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's kind of a given with the whole fact that it's a wet mist. It does not leave any white cast at all. So if you have really dark hair or you feel like you have issues with white casts, this is where it's at. I'm telling you. It is about $28. So out of all of these, it is the priciest, but I totally feel like it's worth it. It's not an insanely high price point. I think that's about the same price as a Living Proof one. I mean, for me, it doesn't really make a difference to switch to this because the price is pretty much the same as that one. And I do feel like dry shampoos, at least good quality ones, tend to be a little bit more expensive than some other hair products. So that is the last product. Like I said, these were all hits for me. I understand why they're popular. Not that every viral product I've tried has been a hit for me. I'm going to probably use some more than others. And like I said, different ones are going to work better for different people. But I was really happy with this haul because there's nothing like buying hair products to try out for a video and then like half of them kind of suck or you just don't love them and don't really see yourself using them a ton. But I feel like a few of these are going to be like new staples and favorites in my routine that I use a lot. So that's really exciting for me. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you want to see from me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.